2 weeks ago, Mass Effect Andromeda released, and to say that it was polarizing is a massive understatement. So for this, I'm just gonna be like off script. There's like no cliff notes or bullet points or anything. I'm just gonna talk about what Bioware is doing with their new announcement for Mass Effect Andromeda. A couple of days ago, they were talking about how they were gonna announce something on the 4th about what they're planning to do to evolve and improve the game over time. And we've got a patch. I believe that was just released today, I think. So they've been looking over comments and feedback about what they want to do with the game. And the biggest improvement in this, to me, makes going back to replay this game so much better, is that they're finally allowing you to have a skip option from traveling between planets in the galaxy map. This was the greatest news I could have ever heard. Like this, I know people are complaining about the animations, and I know people are complaining about like the writing and some of the dialogue, but I'm telling you, this traveling between planets was so fucking annoying. It was the worst. There was even a mission, I think it was called like Contagion, where the whole mission is you traveling from planet to planet to planet to scan one thing, and then as soon as you scan it, you get the hell out of there. You have to go to another damn system and scan something else, and you do this like 4, 5, 6 times, and it was driving me nuts. But now that you can skip it, like just like the old games, where as soon as you click a planet, bam, like 2-3 seconds later, you're there and you're at the planet. Very quick. Glad that's fixed. Increasing the inventory limits. This was kind of a problem considering all the loot you can pick up. But I think I improved my inventory to about 80 with the cryopods. Like if you awake some of the cryopods, you can increase the limit like by like 10 every time or something like that. Improving the appearance of the eyes for the humans and Asari characters. This was a big complaint because most of the aliens were pretty well animated, or like you can't really tell problems with their eyes. But most of like the dead eyes, my face is tired characters, you only have that problem for the humans and Asari. So the fact that they're fixing that up is really good. Decreasing cost of remnant decryption keys. I don't get that. That was never a problem with me. I was able to solve most puzzles without like cheating, using those decryption keys just to quickly get through them. I know some people don't like doing them, and they're like, it's hard, and it's like a weird Sudoku type puzzle, but most of it was really easy. But I guess it's good for people that don't want to do that. It has the chance to have more of those to skip over those. They're improving the localized voiceover lip sync. Good. Fixing Ryder's movement when running in a zigzag pattern. I thought that was hilarious. I don't know why you need to fix that. Like, some bugs, I know people don't like bugs at all, or glitches and stuff like that, but I always think back to the days of, like, Halo 2, when, like, super bouncing and getting out of the map, and, like, sword canceling, rocket jumping, those kind of things, those were, like, glitches. And I don't know why, like, it's something that I didn't want to be fixed. Like, those made the game what it was back then. They did fix some things, like the dummy glitching or whatever, where if like you sit in a warthog, they can like push you over to the flag, and as soon as you grab the flag, boom, you're like, as soon as you move the controller, you warp back where you started, so you'd be back to the flag point in like 1 second. Like stuff like that you'd fix. That's cheating. But other stuff, I kind of like some of that. This game has some of that I feel like shouldn't be fixed, just because it adds to like the charm of the game. Like, I love looking at that dead-eyed character. It's funny. It's like, it's a meme now, and I like it. I like derpy Sara Ryder. It's meme-worthy, and it's funny. But I understand that people want it to be more serious, because, this is Mass Effect. It has a reputation, so I get it. Improving the matchmaking and latency in multiplayer. I never really had any problems. I think I've only been dropped twice out of, like, the 30 games I've played. There were some issues where when you have to like disable devices, that it kept resetting, and the only way I was able to get around that until they're fixing it now was you hold it for so long, and then as soon as it stops, you wait like a second or two and then start again. So you lose a little bit of progress, but you don't have to, it doesn't keep doing it over and over again. So that was my workaround, but I'm glad that they're fixing that problem. More options and variety in the character creator. I said that this was going to happen. They said it was going to happen a while ago. But for people that already made characters, there's going to be like a Black Emporium type thing where you can change it if you're already in the middle of a playthrough. It's going to be added to the main menu, of course, when you start a new game. Improvements to hair and general appearance for characters. Some of the hair doesn't look good, especially like facial hair for the male characters. Like some of like the weird like Elvis looking kind of sideburns that go across kind of looks like spray paint. Like doesn't even look like it's actual hair. It's like they spray paint it on because he just can't grow a beard apparently. Improvements to male romance options for Scott Ryder. I know a lot of the like the gay community wasn't very happy with the male options in the game. I was over on the new Bioware like social network, like the forums, mainly in like the Vetra forums. But I remember you go back to all the different forums, and the Jaw forums were really like happy when I think some of like the data mining said that he was gonna be bisexual, and then when he wasn't, and they realized they weren't getting like a single character squad mate, like male romance, they were very very upset. So if they maybe fix that or make him bi, I don't know, for them or whatever like that, that'd be really great for them. They've been really shitting on like for most of these options in these games. So I hope they get what they want to make everyone happy. I know a lot of people that were happy that Vetra was bisexual. So it's I mean, I get that you want to make characters, you want to write characters for the character, but I don't really see that as a big deal. Just I pretty much just want them to go back to do the Dragon Age 2 thing, where like everybody was interested in everybody. It's not realistic, but this is a video game. Who cares? Just make your fans happy. It doesn't really matter. If you're never gonna romance them as a certain gender, then don't worry about it. You're never gonna see it in the game anyways. So I don't see it as a big issue. Just make them like all like Dragon Age 2, and that'll fix all these problems. The patches still increase the performance, stability issues, more cosmetic options to single player for free. Very good. Probably like more outfits, like the casual outfits you can wear, like on the Tempest or the Nexus, stuff like that. I'm hoping, the more hair options, things like that. Multiplayer, they're fixing some of the Apex missions. They're gonna add new maps, characters, weapons, stuff like that. They're gonna keep continuing to expand. They're gonna be talking about DLC down the line, and I'm really happy that Bioware has taken the time to thank the fans for all the feedback they've gotten, positive and negative. It's very transparent and open that Bioware has been with the community, and I really it's commendable that they how they've handled the criticism they've had, considering like this is their first game. This is the team that made Mass Effect 3's multiplayer made this game, and as a first step in a new engine and taking over a really big IP, I think they did a pretty good job. Yes, they can fix most of it, and they probably had a deadline that EA set that they couldn't like iron out most of these things. And I know it's been 5 years, but like those 5 years, you're not working on the game for a full 5 years, so it was probably much shorter than that. But I really like that they've handled it with grace, and that they're continuing to strive to fix it and improve all these things. So I'm looking forward to all that. This video went on way longer than I thought it did for the little bit that I wanted to talk about with this patch that was coming out. So everyone look forward to that. I know a lot of people don't think this game is worth $60, but to me it is. I mean, if you're a Mass Effect fan, it is, even if it's not as good as the trilogy. People buy Bethesda games at $60, and those games have game-breaking bugs where you have to completely start over in some of their games, and people give those games a pass. So I don't know what the harp is on like this particular game, where it's like, oh man, we're holding this to a completely different standard. But I mean, I get it. So this is a game, to me, if you're not a Mass Effect fan, $40 is a good price for this game. There's a plethitude of content in this game. You can get 70 plus hours in this, and most of it is not going to be the animation problems you have. Trust me, it's going to be maybe a little bit of bad writing, and story isn't as good as the original trilogy. But that's my opinion. So we'll see how how well they implement these new patches and how much they improve the game further down the line.